Hello everyone and welcome to another quick review of a couple of visual novels, Yumeutsutsu Remaster and its epilogue set Re-After. I thought I'd slam them together. As will always be the case for visual novel reviews, we're not going to go into too much depth about the story in order to avoid spoilers, since that can ruin the whole experience. We're just going to go over the premise, and what we say is what you'll quickly learn in the first moments of the game, and we don't want to show too much either. The game stars Ai, a girl starting her first steps into adulthood as she wakes up one morning to her new life in the big city. At 21, she's nervous about her new job and living alone. Her new job is for a gaming company, but that's not the real reason she's there. While she was convinced to take the job by the CEO, her real motivation was to reconnect with her estranged younger sister who wanted to get away 3 years ago without explanation. The game's narrative is a mix of Ai trying to get back into her sister's life, fitting in with her new colleagues, as well as moving on up the ladder in the company and helping develop the game that the company is working on. She's naive, inexperienced, and nervous, and I kind of relate to that because when I was her age, I moved to a strange city in a new country to basically start my adult life, so it's very relatable despite the outlandish take on the concept here. So it's safe to say that I did really quite enjoy the story. There's airs of mystery surrounding your colleagues that I really wanted to find out. And while all the game development talk did go on a bit too long and dragged out in a few scenes, overall I liked the premise and the characters. It goes places that I did not expect it to, and the 9 endings for Remake means that there's plenty of story to go around. The writing is pretty good, the translation seems to be well done also. And that's just the main game. Remember, just to be clear, Remaster is the main game, whereas Re-After is a bunch of epilogues to the main story. Think of it like as a dessert to the main course. So far, so good, right? However, and it's a big however, Yumeutsutsu is a mature rated game. This is not a game for everyone, not at all. While the basic narrative is run-of-the-mill, the fan service and risque elements are everywhere. It is roughly about 2 minutes into the game that you get talk about touching people up. This is a world of women. Literally everyone is a female in this game. God knows what happened to the blokes. You and your sister have 2 mothers who are divorced, and so let's say that this is a game with girl-on-girl seduction, which also includes your sister. There is partial nudity, lots of conveniently placed bubbles and lights, although a few arse cheeks do sneak through, and there's constant seductive teasing. It's half serious, half pervy. There's no judgment from me on this one, it is what it is, it's what the game is going for, and if you enjoy this, you will certainly be very happy. It's not a cruel game, it's all very light-hearted stuff, usually. I mean, the story itself can go a bit dark in places, which I really didn't see coming. Just don't play this on the bus or on your lunch break, otherwise you'll be fired. In terms of visuals, I really love the character artwork here. Yeah, they feel a little static compared to The Fox Awaits Me, which I recently reviewed, but I think overall designs are more pleasing. The background work is slightly less interesting due to the real-world nature of it, but I really do like the character designs a lot. It's a small touch, but they also change outfits occasionally. When they're out of work or gonna sleep, it's not a lot, but it's enough. That's usually a pet peeve of mine in most games, where no matter the situation, the characters always wear the same gear throughout the game. And also, the game looks lovely when played in handheld mode. The colors truly pop and come to life on the smaller screen. If I didn't have to record footage for the review, I would have definitely have played exclusively in handheld mode. The music is pretty good. I really enjoyed the mellow music, sometimes really sweet and magical that any game would be proud of. There are a few light-hearted sort of like elevator music tracks found in it, which are less great, but they're fine and don't distract from the story. I really enjoyed the opening theme tune too, it's really excellent. Love that pop music. The voice acting is in Japanese and it's also top-notch. Everyone is fully voiced, aside from Ai's internal monologues, which, that makes sense. Less good, however, are the sound effects. Once in a while, you'll be greeted with incredibly abrasive sound effects that sound well out of place. Either rain, running water, or even an elephant. They just sound so bad in the mix and very low quality. I highly recommend heading into the settings and turning the sound effects to very low. Now, the price. In the UK, Remaster, the main game, is £58.49 and $64.99 in the US. The epilogues, Re-After, is priced at £44.99 in the UK and $49.99 in the US, so together you're looking at well over £100 in dollars, which I'm struggling to come to terms with. That is eye-watering. I do understand where they're coming from. It's a mature rated game, it's a visual novel, it's girl-on-girl action, it's probably the most niche game that I've ever played. And so, in the laws of supply and demand, it's reaching for the stratosphere in terms of price, and I'm struggling to recommend it, even if I think it's a high-quality visual novel. I know you have to pay to get this kind of stuff, and there are lots of endings too for both games, but I still think this is pushing the realms of what's acceptable. However, there is a much better option available. You know I'm all about imports. Well, Asia has got your back. So in Japan, there is a physical release of both games together on one cartridge, but you don't want that because only one of the games has English, the other one is only in Japanese. However, next month, in May, there is a Hong Kong version releasing physically with both games on the cartridge with English. And it's a lot more financially viable than buying both games digitally. I mean, buying this double pack basically gets you the second game for free in terms of price. If you want to pre-order the Asian double pack, then there are links below in the description and pinned comment where you can purchase them. Plus, you can support the SwitchWatch team at the same time. I mean, due to this game's nature, I'm confident this video will be demonetized by YouTube, so every little bit helps. Plus, when you check out on PlayAsia, you can get 5% off your order when you use our personal coupon code SwitchWatchTV. That's all one word, SwitchWatchTV, for 5% off your order. Don't forget to use our links though. Overall, aside from the egregious pricing, I found Yumeutsutsu to be one of the most interesting visual novels that I've played. It's certainly not safe for work, which may not gel with many people, and that's fine, but please keep in mind that I don't judge it either way, if that's what it's going for, Whether you will like this or not depends if you don't mind a bit of partial nudity, lesbianism, and plenty of talk about copping a feel. Whatever's your cup of tea. I enjoyed the story, the characters, the mystery, the artwork. It did drag on a little bit in certain places, especially with the game talk, and it's probably a game you want to take your time with rather than playing it in long sessions. I definitely recommend getting the physical Asian version, which is much more acceptable financially. But yeah, overall, for me, these games together, an 8 out of 10. I really enjoyed them. Way more than I thought I would. Okay guys, special thanks to SwitchWatch's executive producer Dane Wilkinson, thanks for your support, and all those who joined our memberships. Be sure to head over to watch another recent visual novel review I did for The Fox Awaits Me. Plus we have a review of Hyperjam, which I think looks fantastic. Juan put that together for us and you should definitely give it your attention. Okay guys, thank you very much. We'll see you next time. Take care.